Hey out there, live from my mom's basement. It's John. What's going on out there? So, just got done watching Monday Night Raw with my good friend Dan Bigler, who refused to appear on camera for the sake of going home and going to sleep. But, I just gotta say, I don't understand why the whole show still has to revolve around Triple H. Like, this was their chance to not have that happen anymore. And at the end of the show, it's just all about let's book him at the pay-per-view and let's keep the focus on him. And I don't see how this is good for anybody. Like, it doesn't help them generate any new star power just by having him compete. You know, it's him versus Laurinaitis still. It continues that stupid story. I don't know. If you're as burnt out on the Triple H shit as I am, please leave your comments below and all that. I thought Raw kicked off especially slow. Once we even got like the whole Triple H getting kicked out of the COO position and Vince coming back and all that, like, I mean, yeah, it was needed. I don't know if they really dropped the ball with this yet or not. We'll have yet to see. But I mean, personally, since this is a video dedicated solely to my opinions, I wish like they would have relieved him like entirely and just fired him or something. Give him a reason to come back and to wrestle again or something, to step in the ring, to get involved. Don't just leave him hanging. I mean, he goes from being in charge of the company to being an active wrestler again. It doesn't make any sense. Like, he fought Undertaker at WrestleMania and they had a good match, but you know, Triple H's time is pretty much up. You know, his whole DX run with Shawn Michaels is over. I really don't want to see him in the title scene either. I don't like, maybe you can say that this is a way to put over Miz and R-Truth, but you know, like, in typical Triple H fashion, I just feel like it's going to be a burial. So yeah, not good. And I didn't like how Kane coming back, all the wrestlers are saying, like, you know, yay, it's good for Laurinaitis to be in charge. I'm all excited. And then you have yet another segment where you're burying John Morrison, have him fight in street clothes, you know, have Christian as his opponent, which doesn't elevate anybody. It seems like it's all filler. It wasn't thought out. Like, how are you making this guy stand out? And then they had the beat down on him after the match. It was so weird, you know. I know somebody's got to get buried in order for others to get put over, but like, they're not doing anything at all with John Morrison. It makes me wonder why he's still under contract. And my friend Dan said it best when he said, I hope all that Melina stuff was worth it there, brother. And it just makes you think, like, do they have any respect for this guy at all behind the scenes in the locker room? Because he keeps getting his ass kicked every week, and they don't do anything with him. You know, they don't elevate him. Sure, he was in an Intercontinental title match and a World title match last week, but I don't know. It seems really weird. So, not a fan of that segment either. I liked the 6-man tag for a little while, but even that, it just seemed weird. And if I'm not mistaken, it looked like Jack Swagger really hurt Evan Bourne on that move. That he was supposed to, you know, take him down by the knees, and instead Swagger reverses it into a power bomb. The whole premise of it, I mean, sure, it looked like it was going to be a really big impact move and hurt, but you really want to stress that these guys practice this shit ahead of time and don't injure each other, because what happens if Bourne gets injured? He's a tag team champion right now. They can't afford to do that. Air Boom is like their most popular tag team in a very long time, and this is their chance to save that division. So you really don't want to fuck that up. I think that it's good that Mason Ryan is on television, but unless you actually have something to do with him, really don't waste him on this shit. This is all schmaz. This is a 6-man tag. There's no reason for that. Just have a tag match, a regular old tag match. It's just them trying to cram too much stuff into too little bit of time, because they're filling the show up with other stuff that we don't need, like Triple H. Like, if they got him off of the show, they'd have a lot more time to develop other people and have other matches. Just saying. Don't fucking hate me. Like, I love the Attitude Era as much as everybody else, but to me, Triple H has always been like a glory hog, and I don't see this ending positive. The Divas match tonight was pretty awful. I said to my friend, as soon as they showed the camera on Kelly and Eve, I was like, oh, matching outfits. They must be going to win something tonight. Who the hell did they even fight? They fought Tamina and Rosa Mendez. Is that right? Rosa Mendez? Don't know. In the beginning of the match, when Kelly was supposed to do that somersault, like elbow thing, back it up in the corner, whatever the hell she does, they totally botched that from the start, and it just made the whole match feel like it was crap to me. Notice I said to me. It doesn't necessarily mean that to you it was that way, but, to me, trying to give this a chance after the really bad Raw we had last week, it was just really hard to do. I do like the fact that Miz and R-Truth are back. I don't like how Cena gets another title shot against Del Rio. But I mean, I guess he was the champion when he went into the last pay-per-view, so you knew it was coming, kind of thing, that he would eventually get it. But I think that the timing is really crappy, because one of two things is going to happen here. Either Del Rio is going to retain, and he's going to retain for a while, which I would like to see, but I really don't think that he needs to be fighting Cena again. Like, I'm kind of pissed at this whole rematch clause thing that happens every time somebody loses a title. It just, in some ways it's good to keep a feud going for that extra month, but at the same time, it's like, man, this is really old. It should be over with. He doesn't need to be in the title scene anymore. He should be building toward the Survivor Series thing when The Rock comes back. They should be kind of like focusing on that. What's going to happen with that? Because the other alternative is, if he wins the title back at Vengeance, he'll be the champion for Survivor Series, and then there won't be a title match because he's already involved on a team pairing up with The Rock. So it really makes you wonder what the hell they're thinking. Their pay-per-views typically don't have enough matches to begin with, so you're going to take the WWE title out of the picture and put Cena on a team with Rock and somebody else to fight a bunch of bad guys. I mean, it's just, for real, it's just stupid. Even having Rock there in the first place, I think, is dumb. But yeah, I really liked how they interrupted the match between Punk and Del Rio, because if it wasn't a title match, what the hell was the point of even having it on? There's not a contendership match. It went on too long for them. Like, if they were going to interrupt it, they should have interrupted it in the first, 2 minutes. Let them go to commercial break and come back. It wasted time. When Miz and Truth came back, I said, oh, well, thank God, at least Raw accomplished something this week. And I was, a very big fan of having them come back. You knew they weren't going to stay long, gone for very long. I was kind of hoping that they would come back, like either at Survivor Series or like right before, in order to really hype up, being on like a bad guy team. But the way that they did it tonight isn't so bad. I mean, we've seen worse stuff. So I really love how they start doing the song that R-Truth used to do when he was a babyface. They've turned it into the remix about "You Suck." I mean, it just it's beautiful to me to see that happen. Um, it's a good way to get two guys some heat before they even get to the ring, and it really doesn't take up terribly much time just to have their theme music play as they come out doing that. So, kudos on that. That's a good idea that they keep doing that. So whatever. So Mark Henry had a match against Randy Orton tonight, and nobody cared. So they played a video package about the Big Show. Prior to that, Mark Henry cut a promo. Orton said that he was going to have vengeance, and then Cody Rhodes interrupts the match, and I don't know. Like, this was a good way for, this was a good way to end the match, to, make it so that Rhodes cost Orton the title shot, but at the same time, you don't have to build Orton over like this fucking monster baby face that he was about to pin Mark Henry. That doesn't seem right to me, because Henry beat him twice already, and it shouldn't be like, maybe it had more of an impact because Orton was about to win, but just, I don't know. Like, it seems like you're taking the wind out of Henry's sails, and you really shouldn't be doing that right now. You should really be building him as your monster, like, can't lose, can't be touched, can't be hurt, Incredible Hulk, to go up against the Big Show, because you want to emphasize the fact that it's two giants. I'm just saying. I feel a little bit weird about Rhodes feuding with Orton, just because I don't think that Orton is going to put him over, and I'm really scared about that, because Rhodes has had the title for a while, and he's not ready for the main event scene yet, but I'm afraid that they're just going to take the belt off of him, and that this is their way of doing it, that they're going to give it to Orton for a little bit, and then they're going to have somebody else beat Orton here in a little while. And they're going to try to propel Cody Rhodes to the main event scene way too soon. I don't see it being something that's going to end up well. So please let them surprise me with that. But overall, I guess if I was to grade this show, I would give it like a D or a D plus. It did accomplish a few things. It started telling us a couple of things that we're going to see at the pay-per-view, which is nice. Instead of waiting until like a few days beforehand to announce matches, which they often do because they're WWE, and I guess they could give a shit about us knowing what we're going to be paying for. Personally, I'm not going to order Vengeance, so I'll just say it right now. Fuck it. I'm not going to support the product for a while. They're doing way too many pay-per-views a year for me still, and I just think that I know that it's not going to hurt the company detrimentally if I don't order it, but maybe if enough people don't order it, they'll get the fucking hint. Yeah, if you want a better explanation of why I graded the show a D plus, leave your comments below. As always, I'm John, and have a good day.